For decades, science fiction warned us about the uncanny valley. That creepy feeling when a robot looks almost human, but not quite. But at a recent tech unveiling in Guangzhou, China, that valley didn't just get smaller, it disappeared entirely. Meet Iron, the new AI humanoid from XPENG. During its debut, the realism was so intense that the audience was visibly unsettled. To prove there wasn't a person hidden inside, engineers actually had to perform a live surgical demonstration, cutting into the machine to show the bionic muscles and sensors beneath its skin. But it's not just about the looks. This isn't just a statue that blinks. It's a machine that can feel your touch, read your emotions, and walk with the fluid grace of a runway model. China has just officially fired the starting gun on the era of synthetic humans. The shock everyone is talking about comes from a breakthrough in 3D e-skin technology. Developed by researchers at Tsinghua University, this isn't just rubber or silicone. It's a complex multi-layered material inspired by human biology. A single fingertip-sized patch of this skin contains 240 metal sensors. These sensors mimic the tactile receptor cells in our own hands, allowing the robot to sense pressure, friction, and even strain with a resolution of 0.1 millimeters. That's more sensitive than many humans. This advanced architecture uses a 3D structural layout that replicates the positioning of Merkel cells in the epidermis for light touch and Ruffini endings in the dermis for stretching. By arranging these circuits in complex peaks and valleys on an elastic polymer, the robot can simultaneously measure normal force, shear force, and internal strain without the signals getting crossed. When the robot touches an object, deep learning algorithms process the signals instantly, allowing it to calculate the object's arc and material hardness from the softness of a fresh cake to the firmness of a piece of fruit. This tactile intelligence is the missing piece of the puzzle that has kept robots stuck in factories until now. A body this advanced needs a god-level brain to run it. The XPENG Iron is powered by 3 custom Turing chips, delivering a staggering 2,250 TOPS, trillion operations per second of computing power. To put that in perspective, the high-end laptop you might be using right now barely hits 120 TOPS. This 40-core processor architecture is a world first, specifically custom designed to run simultaneously across robots, AI cars, and flying cars. By integrating 3 of these chips, the Iron robot can locally process massive AI models with up to 30 billion parameters, effectively eliminating the need for a constant cloud connection. This massive local compute power drives the 2nd generation VLA, Vision Language Action model, which features a 720 billion parameter architecture that updates its entire knowledge chain every 5 days. Unlike traditional systems, this physical AI brain bypasses the language bottleneck by using a direct vision-to-action path, allowing the robot to respond to its environment with human-like reflexes. The triple chip setup also includes 216 GB of memory and an independent safety island to ensure the robot remains stable and secure even during high-intensity tasks. With 100% utilization of its raw power, the Iron achieved 3 times the industry standard for development efficiency, completing over 2,700 functional verifications in record time. Essentially, the software and hardware have been fused so tightly that the robot doesn't just calculate movements, it understands the physics of its environment instinctively. This triple brain architecture allows for what engineers call born from within intelligence. It uses vision language action, VLA models, meaning the robot doesn't need to translate what it sees into words before acting. It sees a glass of water, understands the distance, feels the weight, and picks it up in one flow instinctive motion. This isn't just programming, it's representation. The robot is learning how to be human by interacting with the physical world in real time. But the shock isn't just physical, it's emotional. Another Chinese startup, Aheadform, recently unveiled the Elf V1. While other robots are built for lifting boxes, the Elf is built for connection. The Elf V1 achieves this through a specialized array of 30 brushless micromotors that function as artificial facial muscles, allowing for fluid micro-expressions that occur with millisecond latency. These motors are controlled by self-supervised AI algorithms that enable the robot to not just replicate, but actually predict human expressions before they fully form. By integrating large language models and vision language models, the LFEV1 can interpret nonverbal cues like pupil widening and shifts in vocal tone to adjust its own emotional vibe in real time. This affective computing system allows the robot to bridge the gap between mechanical response and genuine empathy, making it capable of providing nuanced support in healthcare, education, or even as a personalized home companion. To make the interaction even more convincing, the robot features bionic skin that resists moisture and temperature changes, maintaining a lifelike texture even after thousands of smiles or frowns. If you look sad, it knows. If you're confused, it adjusts its explanation. We are moving toward a world where your home assistant isn't a speaker on the counter, but a synthetic person sitting on the sofa next to you. The scariest part? This isn't a one-off laboratory experiment. China is on track to manufacture over 10,000 of these humanoids by the end of 2025. Companies like Ajibo are leading this China speed strategy, having already rolled out their 5,000th mass-produced unit, while competitors like Unitree and UBTech are scaling up at a pace the West is struggling to match. This aggressive expansion is fueled by a national mandate from the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, which aims to establish a complete industrial supply chain by 2027 to turn robots into a primary engine of economic growth. To prove their real-world utility, Shenzhen-based UBTech has already secured a $37 million contract to deploy its Walker S2 humanoids for border patrol duties, where they will manage queues and perform 24/7 surveillance using autonomous battery swapping technology. Meanwhile, the consumer market is seeing rapid diversification, with Unitree's G1 model reaching sprinting speeds of nearly 8 miles per hour and offering EDU variants for research and education. New government guidelines are even pushing for the integration of these machines into elderly care and home services to address the country's aging population. Ajibo has even launched a specialized rental platform that can deliver a humanoid to over 50 cities within just 2 days, effectively turning robots as a service into a tangible reality. This massive scale has caused production costs to drop by nearly 50% in a single year, making the dream of an affordable, general-purpose synthetic worker closer than ever. These robots are already being tested as security patrols, factory workers, and even showroom hosts. By 2026, you won't just see them in tech news, you'll see them at the airport, the hospital, and maybe your neighbor's house. So why does this shock everyone? It's because it forces us to ask a question we aren't ready for. When a machine looks like us, feels like us, and responds to our emotions better than some people do, what is the difference? We are entering a phase where the boundary between biological and mechanical is becoming a matter of perspective rather than physics. With the XPENG Iron's physical AI and the LFEV1's predictive empathy, we aren't just looking at smarter tools. We're looking at the birth of a new social class that will walk our streets and inhabit our homes. This technological leap challenges our very definition of consciousness and the unique value of human touch. As these machines scale from thousands to millions, the Uncanny Valley will soon be an artifact of the past, replaced by a world where the robot next to you might be your most reliable companion. China's rapid advancement in synthetic skin and AI brains has brought us to the edge of a new reality. We are no longer just building tools, we are building a new species. The question isn't whether the robots are ready for us, it's whether we are ready for them. Is this the future of companionship or the beginning of the end for human labor? If you found this deep dive into the future of synthetic humans as mind-blowing as we did, don't forget to like this video and share it with someone who still thinks robots are just for factories. We want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. If you want to stay ahead of the AI revolution and never miss an update on the tech changing our world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications. The future is coming faster than you think, and you don't want to be left behind. Thanks for watching.